Okay, Weso came in. Let's see if he managed to solve
Well,
everything.
this is one more fucking practice duel, I suppose, yeah. But I
Okay,
don't
for
really need the
now everything
practice.
seems to go smoothly. Let's soak. Still. Okay, seems like everything is smooth right now. Let's
Woo!
soak. Okay,
It's seemingly better now, just so you know.
let's drop it.
Yes. Yeah, it seems a lot better. Whoa. That's good, because I just moved. I just moved. I just moved in my house, bro.
Okay, they
I
seem
moved
to be
as
fine,
close as I can get
so
to the
if
router.
no further lag issue
Oh yeah, that's
comes
what your
in,
issue was then.
I think that they can
I don't
go
know why though,
after the
because it said I
warm-up.
had
So let's have a look
pretty good
again
speeds.
at their loadouts. So Weso is showcasing a Nova, Wildcat,
Oh, I hit
regular
my own
Hammer,
fucking
Cortex
table.
Shield,
No, I didn't. Never
Viper
mind.
Lips, while
Ah.
TheeRealFatHead
Ooh.
has got Cortex Shield, Viper Lips, Lance Nade, Hammer Lips as well. I don't see the Nova Helix anymore. Oh, also regular Viper. Probably they. Oh no, there it is. The Nova
30
Helix.
seconds.
Woo. That was a good little shot there. Oh no! Oh, that was a good fucking trick.
15 seconds.
What build? Sorry.
10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
5 seconds.
Yeah, of course. It should be
Ah, good
expected to
round.
see some build
Better than me.
copycatted
Round is over.
by the opponents, especially
I'm
at
sorry,
these
I didn't
high
say
levels
it.
in which you have to
Yeah.
kind of
Hey, I'm just gonna kill myself right
play
now. Let's just
inside
end
the
this. Yeah,
meta,
yeah.
and
Let's
you
get
know
started. Yep.
we've got a
1.
limited choice
Blast
in
off.
terms of weapons. Okay, so they're going to start, and Wizard takes a
No,
little
no point in
satisfaction
wasting energy on that.
with a
Let's
lightning
go.
viper shot.
All right,
Okay,
this is the real
we
deal. All
are going to
right,
start.
I'm starting my recording.
Round 2, match 4, Weso against Fathead, Honor versus Rage, Light versus Dark Side. We are about to
3,
begin.
2, 1. Blast
Let's
off.
start. Okay, Weso is ready with double hammer. Waiting in, checking if the lags is gone. Seems it is, and they start. Nice lance nade thrown by Fathead, followed by hammer and viper shots. But Weasel, of course, is not an easy target and dodges
Ah,
everything,
you fucker.
also using the curse shield to stop the viper. Now he's taking his time
Well, thanks for
to
that.
place his offensive. We have to remember that Fathead banned his Quicksilver signature weapon, so he has to get back to his edits in using
No,
a
that was
different build.
close. You just nearly lucked out on that one. Yeah.
Of course, he always has his dreadful dodging skills, so he will still pose a real threat even without the Quicksilver. I mean, it's not about a single weapon, dudes. It's what I'm trying to really demonstrate with the Banff rule. You
1
are not
minute.
the weapons you're using.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, no Violets goes in, but without any
Ah, you
actual
little bastard.
zoning is easily avoided by Weasel, which has already got the edge of the duel, and in fact we can see that Fathead almost got,
Oh, good
wow,
shot, dude.
nice Nova, so he's
Fucking
very
saw it
low in
coming
his
and
health bar,
everything.
while Weasel is
I just dropped some down. Use your
practically at
shield.
full speed
You
in
see
terms
the
of HP.
vipers right
So
before
he's
they
waiting
hit you.
for
You
his
know it's
harder weapons to go in.
you're hit.
Again, the Nova Helix from Fathead, but nice use of the Nova to counter
Oh,
it,
we're going through the
and
sky
the
here now.
Viper hits, no, it was not the
Oh, I
Viper,
missed the
but
fucking
still
grab.
some damage on Fathead, which is very, very
Oh, let me
low
finish you.
in his
Let me
HP.
finish you.
Five
Again, with
seconds.
just the Hammer Lips, Weasel
That's it.
can't
I
close
don't have
it,
anything else to spawn up.
but the timer goes down, and the
Last
first point
one.
goes to the Azure side. Weasel gets it.
GG. Yeah.
3,
I
As
gotta
that.
employ some
1.
different tactics.
Yeah, I'm not sure he actually landed the Viper. I just saw the
Well,
health
he
bar
was- I
drop
don't
by
know
a
what
huge
to
amount,
do.
so I suppose it was the Viper, but I didn't see the shot. Maybe we should just check the replay
Fucking
after the
idiot,
match.
really.
But watch out, because Real Fathead got two Viper shots. No, it was one Viper and Nova Helix instead, which forced Weso to go out of boundaries and go down real quick. Okay,
What the
so
good shit.
Dark
Well
Side
played.
got his point back, one on
Now I
one,
have the stuff I
and
need
we're
to use
going
my
for the
Helix,
dual
man.
point. Again,
I won't
a
lie, I'm
leg.
gonna have the hammer.
Okay, they're good.
Okay, really? Really? We're doing that now? What?
Yeah, I
What?
don't see.
You
Oh,
doing the hand
it's
glitch?
Fathead with the
Oh, shit.
with the hand
I was
behind
trying to
the
hide it, man.
back.
Cheater, ban him.
You can see them blaming each other. It's you, Ben. It's you, this is like.
No way. Okay. I can't
Again, the
believe you
dodges of
survived
Weasel
all of that.
takes him out of trouble. And he falls in with Wildcat and the Hammer, dodging the lens and preparing to dodge the Helix, which is closing in, and managing to land a Viper shot in the meantime.
This Nova's clutch against the
Again,
Nova
fun
Helix,
to
bro.
see that he's not using the shield to counter the Nova Helix, at least not each one of them is effectively using the Nova, which is very interesting because it was specifically one of the questions that we posed to Jamie Reality and Big Fudge back in the Ozo Lounge after the first match. They said, and I quote, shields are not going anywhere, but we could actually see a revamp of the Nova instead, which has gone quite underrated after last meta of shields, because of course you can just pop a Nova ball with a single hammer shot, and the high cooldown made it not a preferred weapon for a lot of players, but seeing this use against Nova Helix, who knows, could be a renaissance for it. In the meantime, the time is almost gone. Sorry people for getting distracted. Just 5 seconds and Weso got the lead. 3, 2, 1, and dual point goes to Weso. 1-2-0 for Ezo side. Very well played.
What is his best out of again? I forget. Best of 3.
Okay, this could be match point for Weso if he manages to win this duel, or it could be save point for Fathead if he manages to get it. Let's see who will overcome his odds. Now we see that the first monkey moves are starting to come back. Weso is getting confident even without the Quicksilver.
Captain. Oh, okay.
He dodges and blocks the Nova Helix
Anyone want to tell
quite
me how I
easily,
managed to get all of those?
and even dodges that cheap Viper shot at the very last second. It was very tricky. Again, Novas as a defensive mean,
Oh.
which, wow, that Nova Helix was completely dropped by the first Nova and the shield. So if we are seeing that Fathead now has a huge amount of cooldowns because of the nade, the double Viper and the Nova Helix, but is not managing to zone effectively Weasel thanks to this idea of using Novas as defensive means. Still manages to get a Viper shot, taking the lead. 1 minute to go, another Viper shot in face of Weasel. So Fathead got the lead by a huge amount, but still anything can happen with just a couple of well-placed bursts. Weasel could go back into the lead. Let's see, 43 seconds to go. Just the Novas, but he had to use them to counter the Helix. Still tough. Watch out for the nade.
Right now, be quiet.
Again, Nova as a
No, I'm
defensive
serious,
mean.
Katie. Oh no.
Did you see the Viper? Yes, he saw it.
Oh no. You just
Oh,
lagged.
that was a little jump lag. Let's hope it's the only one. Another Viper shot for Weasel, which gets back to the lead. In fact, very nicely placed. You have to watch out for those Viper shots. I still have trees remembering the first shot landed by Sparky in his duel. Of course, he ended losing the duel, but he had some huge comebacks thanks to the last second Viper shot. So, again, 1 point for Weasel. and Fathead is following him again. Let's see if he can get back to the lead. Oh, he goes too deep and takes a huge amount of damage for out of boundaries. Again, shield toss, and Novelix is neutralized. Goes in with white cats and hammers, forcing with Fathead on the edge of the platform. Still he goes in again with zoning, but the nade went too deep, so the laser didn't drop. Nice dodge of the Viper. Again, I'm not sure I would be able to use the Nova this effectively. Of course, it's Weso we are talking about, so don't try this at home unless you are not in for some bad surprise. It's not that easy. Wow, nice Viper shot, and Fathead is critical now. Weso keep on pushing with the white cat. No more ammo on his Viper, and this time the Viper on the pink side hits, and Weso takes the damage. He's zoned. The Helix is going, but he manages to neutralize it with Nova and Shield and goes in again with the offensive. Fathead is critical, just 35 seconds to go. Could this be the end?
Fuck.
30 seconds.
Watch out for the nade. 20 seconds to go. Very little HP amount on Fathead's side. In fact, Weso could close it any seconds now.
Quit throwing stuff at me.
But still watch out because he's going lower and lower, and Fathead is dodging with great skill, not giving in until the last second. Just in 3, 2, 1. It's done, people. Weso managed to win 2-0 without a Quicksilver. I was always right. Bans are a great way to demonstrate that skill are not your weapons. Sorry, this is a personal satisfaction. Okay, now we're moving back again into Weso for the interview. Stay with us.
Yes,
Okay,
GG's to everybody.
Let's create the room. Right. Okay, change of set. Dark room this time. Let's see the code. It's 5558.
All right,
Okay,
let
here we
me
go.
mute, deafen myself in Discord so I don't hear you twice.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, here we go. Let's wait for the players.
What's up, Weso?
Here's Weso! You are a Quicksilver yourself, you don't need that weapon to win. Very well played, man.
Thank you.
I was... you will see if you watch the streaming on Twitch, I was like going crazy for the idea of using Nova to counter the Nova Helix. It was a great idea. Loved that.
Yeah, it definitely helped. I don't think I would have won without it. The Helix is very deadly right now.
Yeah.
No, that
Yeah, but you managed to counter it in a... Yeah, go.
oh yeah, the Nova's a genius idea. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Exactly, that's my point. Of course,
All credit goes to
thought about
iGoldknight because I
shields.
was actually using his build.
I guess he was claiming
Yeah,
credit in the chat.
Exactly. He pointed out on Twitch. Okay, let's wait and see if Fathead is joining us. Here's Kai.
All right, there we go.
Had insane footage and it corrupted because my phone almost died.
Okay, maybe we can just start with your questions then, while we wait for
Alright.
for Fathead. Okay, so of course, one of the first things that we asked to the other players, to Gamer Reality and Big Fudge, was what's your thinking about the new meta that will come now that Elix has joined the fray? Of course, we saw that the shields were a huge part of past meta with all the zoning thing, but now that we've got this new weapon bringing both offense and defense at the same time, and now that we saw that Nova itself can have a revamp. Oh, there he is. Okay, I remake the question. Well played, man.
Oh yeah, dude, it's very good shit. I'm just glad that he had that fucking, or sorry, all the language. I'm just glad that his internet figured out. He just had to move closer to his router is all it was. But yeah, it was really good. Always is. Weso's a beast. I'm just glad. It would have been over so fast if he had his tether though. I had to do it. I had to do, man. I had to do it.
You lucked out this time. You lucked
He
out
tried
this time.
everything to beat you.
Dude, I told
Okay.
Slash about it like 4 days in advance. I said, hey, just so you know, I don't want you to like get mad. I'm gonna tell Weso I'm banning shit, but I'm not banning any. Like, I'm telling him I'm not banning anything, but I'm banning his tether. He goes, "Oh, that's very kind of unsportsmanlike. Do you think you should really do that?" I said, "Yeah, I think I should do that, because otherwise he's gonna ban my ellipse."
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't
Please,
I
for
wouldn't
the
ban
jury,
anything.
I was against it. But of course, I respect every tactics that you threw at me. It's
Yeah.
not my point
Nah,
to judge.
he can do
your
what he
ethics.
wants. It just backfired in him.
Yeah. Well, so did you just straight up ask Golden Knight what his loadout was and then just mimic it?
I went
And
to
hope for the
Woody's
best?
Discord and just absolutely just copy paste my loadout now. I had no idea how to use it. I don't know how to use the way Golden makes it
Well,
work, but you know we tried.
The way
we tried.
he did it exactly how he does, except obviously he's better with the ellipse nailing, but
Right.
you did it exactly
Yeah.
how he does with the Novas as defense. The Novas aren't meant to be necessarily
Right.
the Punishers, but they definitely stop my Nova.
Even just blocking your little beam like that, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to be
Yes,
able to
in
block
fact-
your beam with them.
In fact, sorry guys, I have to proceed with the interview because time is running out. But
Alright.
you made me think about a nice question that was even better than the one before. How did you come up with the idea of using Golden Knight's loadout in this match? Talk to the finger.
I saw him. Oh, what's going on with my hand? Okay. Okay, yeah. So
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I had no intention of using Gold Knight's build, but as soon as I saw him ban it, I had two options: either use a snowball only deck and try to meme him out of existence, or to try and use Gold
would've
Knight's
worked,
build because
actually,
I'm not
probably.
using Woody's launcher build. So I didn't have any plan. I just sort of took Gold Knight's build and thought I'd come up with things on the go.
Snowball would have worked, just telling you, and that would have pissed me off beyond belief if you would have snowballed me to death.
That's what I was.
Yes,
that's
as
what
we
I was
saw-
thinking about doing.
As we saw against Sparky, Snowball can be dreadful. You wouldn't think about it just looking at them, but they can be really dangerous.
If you
Okay,
can- if you can-
now
it's-
for Fathead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, continue.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say that, especially in a match like as you saw against me and Fathead, it didn't really come down to who killed each other. It was just who outlasted the opponent. And getting that chip damage that the snowball has, it really does help. Since we were only getting really 15 damage in our warm-ups against each
Yeah.
other.
Exactly. The first minute goes by, and then someone gets hit with a shield, and you actually notice the chunk go down on their helmet.
Yep.
It's like, oh god! There were some times where I sent a whole onslaught, all 6 guns at him, and he somehow maneuvered right through it. I'm like, how did none hit you? And then he'd shoot his right back, and he's like, none hit you either. Like, yeah, we're just both good dodgers. It all came down to who made a mistake and looked this direction or that direction, and then had to turn back and hit a Viper hit the face. Those Vipers.
Okay.
Oh.
Now for Fathead, this one is a question that I made back to Big Fudge after the first match, and I believe that it's interesting to get as much point of view as we can, since Nova Helix is quite at the center of the discussion, you know, on the Discord, because we can say it's a very powerful weapon. So, in your opinion, what's the best way to counter it?
Well, obviously having the people that run double shields, you got that option right there. Just one shield clears 2, if not 3, and then the other shield clears the leftovers. Or you've got the bot shield, which seems to be extremely effective against it because they run in such a big circle that they at least one of the 2 orbs will hit the bot shield on the revolution. But he did it really well with the just. You watch the outline of where they're circling and put yourself a Nova right in that outline, and they'll both hit right into it. Cancels it out. That was really clever. I don't think he even knew that he was setting that up, and then it started working. He's like, "Ooh, the
Yeah,
big ones
I
take
didn't
out the
at
little
first.
ones."
I was just trying to take out 1, but then I saw that I could get 2, and I was like, hold up, this works out actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so shields are not going anywhere in this meta, but now here's the trick. Do you think that we will see a Nova Renaissance? After seeing Weso using it to counter Nova Helix, this could be a thing.
I don't know. People have a hard time using Nova in general because it's such a slow, big weapon that they tend to stray away from it. But it's useful in many ways, no matter what.
Well, yeah,
What's your idea?
I don't think that. Well, that was me that said that. That wasn't. That was me that was talking.
Oh yeah, sorry, you guys has a very similar voice, so I get confused. Okay, so Weso, what's your think about it?
well, I actually don't think people are going to use the Nova or the Vandal. I think the Vandal is strictly probably the best counter that you're going to get to it. The problem comes down to the fact that people are going to pick what's easiest for them, and they're going to see results with the shield the fastest. And so they're always going to pick that because it's easy. You just deploy it and you kind of just sweep your arms around in a little circle. But the Nova and the Vandal are going to take a little more practice to know where to aim it, where the Helix's pattern goes. So a lot less people are going to be drawn towards that. But I think higher up you're going to have more people that are using the Nova and the Vandal.
I think
Because
Nova
they're going to
more
put the
than
time in to practice it.
Vandal makes me mad.
Even more because
it's
the
so hard
Nova-
to hit those little balls.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It takes practice to hit them.
Yeah.
I tried with Vandal, by the way, after reading your suggestions on the Discord, and I got wrecked. Just to,
It's a very hard weapon to use.
The Vandal in my loadout, so that's on you. But yeah, Nova also has the advantage that it can be used to zone also the opponent, so it's more
Right.
multitasking compared to Vandal.
Well, I would agree with that, but you've got to really think about how to use the Vandal in ways you wouldn't. Like the way I've been using it is with my tether and the laser. The people bring shields to counter the laser, and so as soon as they deploy their shield to stop the laser, if you take the Vandal, you can shoot their shield to break it, and so they'll start taking laser damage.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, wait.
So you start using the Vandal offensively to actually
wanna-
prepare your combos.
You want to go make your tether deck and give me an encore match, and you can use it?
If we've got the